I mean, Guan Yu probably not the strongest level 1 guys, but the rest of them, I mean, when you see the Liang and Princess Frost, you could make some serious moves, especially early.
Yeah, that's what they're going to be doing right now. We're going to be going to game number 2. It is still Nongshim RedForce versus Dominator Esports. It's already a 1-0. Will this be the time for a comeback? It's still the start, so Nongshim RedForce still has a lot of work to do.
Yeah, a lot of work to do, and they're going to start things off by just planting their flag. That's the biggest piece that I see right now. They're just like, okay, we are representing Korea, and we will ensure that we fight a good fight here against the host Indonesian squad of Dominator Esports.
Yeah, assemble, as they said, and that's what they were doing right there in front of them. And that is one thing that I really love about this, right? Whenever we're talking about matchups, especially on the farm laners, you usually know at least roughly who's going to be winning. And the Ho Yi against the Long is always such an insane matchup that I know the Ho Yi is going to be winning.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, the Ho Yi probably wants to go more tank style just to stay alive. Yeah. Because again, if Haku gets on top of you, it's going to be a tough situation. But the Firehawk, it looks like it's taken by Nongshim, but now they're on the run.
Yeah, Gerald going to be going Siri. Has to flash that away, and that's a big spell down.
Yeah, big spell down, but just staying alive. You don't want to give up first blood. That would have been a disaster for Nongshim, and they don't want to do that. Siri using it at the right time. Obviously, he's not level 4 at this point, so he didn't have that infinite fastness, but still well played. You've dodged the ambush and the gank attempt by Dominator.
Yeah, still a good flash coming in from Siri, but they can do that again for the next time around here for the side of DMT after, or at least before Siri gets into level 4, but no, that's not going to happen. He's going to get to level 4 before they get there.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to happen, I think, at this point. But L, this is the other one that we need to look at, especially early. Once he hits level 4, he's got that power word control, the lockdown, and then you know that they're going to start making moves across the map to get some sort of gank happening. Because, again, that lockdown, that combination is just way too much damage. You're almost guaranteed to kill.
Yeah, that's what they're going to be doing here. Looking for that level 4. That's where they're posturing themselves to go for the bot lane here. Getting a bit of that XP. Wasn't able to show. The Burning Sun Arrow is going to be there. Frigid Prison. This might be it. But Unending Sorrow might be at the right time. They don't have damage yet. So that is a failed attempt for DMT.
I mean, it was a good attempt in that sense. I mean, L was not level 4, but it was too deep under the tower, right? Nongshim understands that, hey, if you want to dive, and Namu is definitely somewhat at risk of being killed because he is on the squishier end, but still, good attempt by Dominator. You want to put pressure on. You want them to think about it before they just go free farm in that, that lane.
Yeah, for everybody to know though, L hasn't been seen around the map after he got level 4, so most of the members of Nongshim RedForce are just pushing themselves back further into their side of the base because they know that once they see somebody around the map, L is going to be flashing in.
Yeah, and right now, this is the gank attempt, and you're seeing this right now. They're about to go.
There you go. Flash coming in. Frigid Prison's going to be there. They have the board on their side, though, but they are still going to get the kill anyway. Siri falls, and that's a first blood coming to their side. Haku looking for revenge. Tion X still surviving, but he is going to get killed with a hardened Jade Mark, and that's a 1-for-1. They're still going to go for the chase down. They don't have their ults on their side, but TMT are just going to be backing up, but never mind. Tubbs is here, and he's going to push somebody back. Rattel had to use the flash away, and they are just going to be disengaging out of this fight.
All right, so it's a good gank attempt right there. I mean, they keep going.
Yeah, hardened Jade Mark. That's going to be a kill. And L just stepped foot in the wrong turf right there.
Yeah, actually, but it was on his side of the river. I mean, this is his home base. He just got invaded. He just got taken out. But Haku making him pay, and that's exactly how you want that revenge tour, right? Dominator, great play. Juro flashes forward, gets the Frigid Prison, makes it very easy for L to just walk up and to get that control, but in the bottom lane, CC.
Yeah, CC's going to be dead. That is going to be an ending sorrow. Even the infinite vastness has been used just for them to tank a bit of that tower damage. And now because CC's not in the area, they'll have no damage to deal with a fight here. So they're just going to back off.
Yeah, this is a much better start for Nongshim. I mean, yes, they did get ganked early. Siri did go down. He got kind of focused. Great attempt by Dominator on that one. But then they were like, okay, actually, we're in no man's land. This is a terrible spot to be in. And Nongshim were able to make them pay. They got a couple catches. They were able to get TNX, which is the biggest piece of this one, especially with Haku getting those kills. You do not want to see that if you're a Dominator Esports fan.
Yeah, top side. We're seeing CC. Gonna get dove here. Hardened Jade Mark, and that's a killing spree coming in from Haku.
I mean, he's making it too easy. This is the problem with the Hou-Yi. He's very static, very immobile, if you will, and he's under the tower, and Nongshim are able to play fast and furious, get on top of you, get that kill, and to walk away and not even look at his body exploding behind you.
Yeah, he went full anime with that. He just went out with a bang, and now they're gonna go with a Burning Sun arrow. Not gonna hit anybody. But look at the tower in the bottom lane, though. The tower is already half HP. Siri just did his work here. And one more run back from him, that's going to go down.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be going down. I mean, the Vanguards are going to push, create a little bit of space. But as you see in this gold rank, Haku has been the man of the match thus far. He's outpacing TNX. He's gotten the better of him. He's gotten more kills. And Haku is like, we got this game too. Just get on my back, guys.
Yeah. Gonna be trying here for GMT. I was expecting more from TNX this game, but he's already level 10 together with Haku. At least he's not really that far from what Haku has, so they still have a chance here once they go for the comeback. But I was expecting more from the combo. Frigid Prison gonna be coming in, and that's gonna be the damage. Not enough because the passive just procced from Illusion.
Oh, he just barely hangs on. That is the closest it could have been. I mean, the passive kept him alive, but that was super close. It was a nice little attempt there, but Nongshim were like, okay, I got you, fam. As Nomu was there, Namu was there with those heals, just ensuring that they didn't get too close as well.
Yeah. He was also planting flags. It was 3 flags down the line there. So that's why they got the shields in the end there. Look at this, Tupsy. Gonna go for the chase down, not too fast, because they forced Siri out of the infinite bosses, but TNX in position. Do they have the ultimate? Namu doesn't have the ultimate on his side, but taking liberties was able to hit Frigid Prison to get a win, and that's a kill. Illusion is gonna fall down. After that, a while ago, Hardened Jade Mark gets Jurl, but onto the back line, look at Rattel. He's just raining domination right down the line, and they're keeping CC out of the way. A 2-for-2 for now, and a tower in the mid lane is gonna fall.
I mean, just because they got the mid T1, Dominator coming out on top of that one, but that was super close. Rattel probably should have been killed even in that one, but the Burning Sun arrow by CC just a little off the mark. That could have been the extra the buff that Dominator needed. I mean, yeah, they still killed Illusion, but that could have been damage where they can turn attention on the other guys to get even more. Unfortunately, they weren't able to hit that, and they're going to be happy with that. But mind you, Haku going down for the first time, that was a big kill for Dominator.
Yeah, you talked about the builds a while ago, right? But while I'm talking about that, the Burning Sun arrow got the hit together with a Frigid Person, but the Taking Liberties was there to stop them from doing anything more. That is going to be the ultimate on their side, though, but onto the backside, Haku just breach it. Is he going to kill anybody? No, he was not able to. It was still a 2-for-1, and DMC still got the advantage there.
Oh, Haku went all in, tried to go for CC, and this is kind of that problem where you need that damage because the Hou-Yi is starting to get a little tankier at this point. It's going to be much tougher to take him down. You need probably more than one, and Haku had 3 members of Dominator grouped up. He was doing some nice slashes across all of them, did a bunch of damage, but unfortunately wasn't able to convert. He goes down yet again.
Yeah, he was looking at 2 targets. If he just chased 1, that could have been a kill for Haku. That was almost a kill. But again, still nice try. Burning Sun arrow gonna be coming in. Siri gonna be the target again. They used the board just to stop them from going for the combo. Siri had to force the infinite fastest. TNX is gonna be the target. Half HP on the board. CC free to hit onto the back line. They're trying to push them back, but Tubbs having a hard time pushing them right out of the wall because that's not gonna happen.
Not going to happen at this point. I mean, things are very close. Nice arrows. They have nice, combinations that just kind of segue into like the Frigid Prisons. So they have the combos attempts, but they're not able to convert. And Nongshim right now just barely hanging on, sometimes getting a little bit lucky, just surviving. And it's about those kills that might bite Dominator in the butt later.
Yeah, I always love Nongshim's drafts whenever it comes down to the game, but right now, Dominator just knows how to adapt through the draft that Nongshim has done here. Nongshim needs to follow through with this because This is such a good draft, and they need to win this.
Yeah, they definitely need to win this. But, I mean, the longer this game goes, and yes, it's only 10 minutes in, the net worth is actually in favor of Nongshim. As long as they kind of hang around, I think Nongshim are going to be in a better spot. So it's just a matter of biding their time, playing patiently.
Nice use of that Sprightly boost just to get the extra speed to get away. They got the board on 2. They're not going to be here in time. They got a bit too late. Rattel just went in, even using the Spike Mill just to take more damage for him. Everybody's low HP on the other side, though. Nongshim RedForce are dominating Dominator, and that Hardened Jade Mark seals it to get the ace for Nongshim.
I mean, Haku got that. He knew he was going to go down, got the Hardened Jade seal to ensure that he gets the kill onto TNX, and now Nongshim in the driver's seat, looking to just run it down mid. 15 more seconds till Jurl's up, but L is going to be the fastest one up. He should be able to deal with his wave here.
Yeah, that's going to be a tower on the mid lane down. Nongshim RedForce not backing down, and as we said, they just have to play on their draft, and let's take a look at this replay.
Yeah, I mean, it just set it up. Nice little board, but it started with that Tyrant. Nice little Razor Cavalry. Rattel was trying to go for the back line, and look at how slow CC is. Haku is trying to run at him, finds it, and TNX gets the revenge tour, but he dies, trades his life away. Siri staying alive was the biggest factor of that one.
Yeah, great play from their side, and is also going for that tanky build on Siri. That's why he's surviving a lot more on this team fight. And most of the members of DMT are having a hard time taking him down, even with the combos that they're doing.
They're throwing everything. They're trying to just unload on them. I mean, you can definitely tell there's going to be some frustration because you're trying and doing whatever you can to get those kills. And if you're not able to convert, it's like, again, they survived. And Nongshim have done that quite a number of times already.
Yeah, and now they're going for the Overlord here for the side of Nongshim. Most of the people from DMT are on the bottom side of the map. Not gonna see this happening. I mean, they can't contest it anyway. They're playing against a Fade. So they're just gonna let them do it.
And actually, this is gonna be more of a problem for Dominator. Even another big edge come late game when those Hardened Jade Seals just secure all of those big neutrals. So Dominator now on a bit of a timer, and it looks like they've kind of hit that tipping point where Nongshim are able to throw a fight to them.
Top's in a really great position here on where he is currently. Could go for a great flank here out of the members right now. They're using the arrow onto the back line with a Frigid Prison. Nobody's going to survive it, but Tubbs is going to come to the back line. Got the push in 3. Forced the ultimate right down. So now they don't have any damage on the side of Nongshim RedForce. They're doing so well. And Nongshim just has to back off. Forces the flash on most of their members. And they're still going to go for the chase down. TNX in front. Going to go for Haku, but it's not going to happen. They're very, very fast. And because of the Overlords, or rather the Shadow Vanguard, it's going to be ending right now. Rattel gonna go for it, but it's not enough. A sliver of health, almost winning it.
Oh my god! Just blow on it. It's gonna fall over, right? That's how it works. Rattel, he tried to go for the heroic play in that mid lane. He thought he could end it, but one more shot. He was just a little too late. They played for the macro game, and Nongshim, oh my god, good attempt, but it just failed in the end. Wow.
That was so scary. That was almost a win. Just one more, man. Just one more. That could have been a Nongshim win on the board. Nongshim are doing so well. This will feel so bad for Rattel if ever they lose this game.
I mean, it was a good attempt. I think that, 10 out of 10, you do that, right? When the fight was, they were running. They were so tunnel visioned on the rest of Nongshim. They were trying to chase out Siri and Haku, and then their base was like under siege. Rattel, very sneaky play. And you always got to watch out for Nongshim, especially with like Kyung9 and now Rattel doing those types of macro plays.
Yeah, Rattel in position. They have the board. TNX needs to back off. Haku gets in, and they have a lot of shields in TNX, but he's still gonna fall. Nongshim are just gonna run it back and gonna try to go for the finish here. 4 people are still alive, but they got the Tyrant anyway, so they are just gonna wait for the next minion wave.
And this is that moment. The minion wave is going to be there, but Haku is going to be backing off. They're going to play a little bit longer on this one, understanding that they do have an advantage, but this 4-man roster that is Dominator is still tough to deal with.
Going in front, force the Unending Sorrow. Illusion does have the ultimate with the board right now. You have to be careful under positioning. Burning Sun Arrow is going to be there, but Churl might fall down. That's going to be one on the board. They're going to go for the finish here. DMT are just going to back up. What a damage coming from Haku. That's going to be the ender right here for the side of Nongshim, and they're not going to go back down without a fight, and that's one on the board for Nongshim RedForce.
Oh, this is the Nongshim